Sunday, September 12th, 2021, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. Today we're going to talk about the reset. And I consider a reset a correction. And I think we are in a very long-term correction dating from the turn of the century. So I consider it a 21st century reset. And I think this reset is still intact. And if you follow my channel, if you've followed me for the last few years, or even since I started back in late 2015, I believe, of course, that gold and silver are money, that they've been the best stores of value through the ages for like 5,000 years. And what we've had since 1971, or even the 30s, or after the outbreak of World War I, is an aberration in recorded history. And ever since I started stacking gold and silver back in 2002, I believed we were in a major reset, a major bull market in gold and silver. And a bull market in gold and silver is just a bear market in fiat currencies, not just the dollar, but every other fiat currency. And also paper assets as represented by the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And I'm going to use the Dow because the Dow's been around the longest. And also going to look at commodities. I know there's a lot of frustration out there. A lot of people saying, oh, gold and silver are not inflation hedges anymore. The CRB Index is going up. All the other commodities, copper, natural gas, oil, are all going up. Lumber and gold and silver are doing nothing. So we're going to look at some longer term charts today. And I'm going to try to prove to you why this reset is still intact. And if we look back historically at the Dow Gold ratio, resets are usually complete when that ratio moves to around 1. So first, I want to show you the CRB index versus silver. And if you look at where the CRB index is now, we are at the same level that we were around the end of May 2004. Yes, end of May 2004. And silver, where was silver in May 2004? And I took May 24th around that period, that time period. Well, silver was at $5.63. So right now, silver is at $23.72. Yes, the last year has been frustrating for silver. And yes, I've been at this since 2002. You might say, well, I got in last year and I'm really annoyed about this. Well, I honestly think that the last leg of this reset, when we go to 1-to-1 versus the Dow Gold ratio, is still around the corner. I think it's going to be quicker. The move there is going to be quicker, for example, than what we've seen since the year 2000. Yes, the powers that be have been able to stretch this reset for a long time, but I think they're losing control. So I think for those people who have gotten involved in precious metals in the last 12 months or even in the last 10 years at wrong levels or at overbought levels, they will be rewarded, in my opinion. And yes, it's been very frustrating at times for me, gold and silver, the last almost 20 years. I started, of course, stacking in 2002. But every time I think of giving up, so to speak, or getting really frustrated, I think of the alternatives, and I can't find a better place to keep my savings. Of course, speculation, investments is a different thing. Gold and silver, I look at them as savings. in the best currency possible, a currency that will maintain the purchasing power of my savings. So as you can see, silver, even silver has done very well. Some people might say, yeah, silver went to $50 in 2011. We're actually about 4 times higher than in 2004 when the CRB index was at the same level that we are today. So we have to keep that in perspective. And I've also looked at the gold and the CRB index, and I've looked at the same time period, May 2004. Gold was trading around 400. I think it was a little bit below that level on May 24th. It was trading around 390, and now we're at 1787. Yes, patience, I think, is the most important thing. And I know that in this day and age, everyone wants instant gratification. So yes, it's been frustrating holding gold and silver the last year, but over time, it has paid off. And I think it will pay off in spades for those who are patient, because I think the Dow Gold ratio will again go down 1-to-1. I don't know at what level gold or the Dow will be, but it will definitely be 1-to-1 in my opinion. And yes, that will be the best time for those who have gold and silver to try to maybe diversify. It doesn't mean that you have to get rid of all your gold and silver. It depends on your circumstances. If you're still really young, you can take some of that gold or silver and put it into riskier assets that require more of a long-term hold. If you're older and nearing retirement, you might be able to find safer securities, hopefully, that can give you an income, or you could do whatever you want. And the last time, as you can see here by the Dow Gold ratio, that we were near 1-to-1 was in 1980, and prior to that it was I think 1932 or 33. We went down to around 2-to-1 in that ratio. And even in the 21st century, someone might think, oh, gold is useless, it hasn't done well versus the stock market. Well, as you can see by the Dow Gold ratio chart here, it topped a historic high in August of 1999, right at the end of the last century, at above 42. I've got here 42.19. So at that time, you needed 42.19 ounces of gold to buy 1 Dow. And right now, yes, it's above the level that we were in 2011. But as I've said before, the powers that be have stretched this reset as long as they can. And that's why I feel that the move down to 1 will be very quick. Of course, I can't tell you when that's going to start. So right now, we need about 19.34 ounces to buy 1 Dow. So that's why I think this 21st century reset is far from over. The culmination of this reset, I think, will be truly astounding. We're going to have the biggest precious metals bull market in recorded history. And why do I say that? Well, because I think the inflation of the system has been unprecedented. Ever since Nixon went off gold in 1971, I think the national debt at the time was around 200 billion. By the time we see this reset complete, we're going to be well over $30 trillion. And that's just the US national debt, not to talk about all the other debt that has been created in fiat currency land. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please share it far and wide. Think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't yet. And you can also follow me on Rumble, Twitter, Facebook, and all these other platforms below. I wish you all a great Sunday. Take care. Bye.